Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Take It Home.
Woo! Welcome to our first real sode. The last one was technically our first, but that was also an intro.
True.
So we're getting into things today.
Yes, we are.
Today's topic is moving to a new city.
But first, we're going to share our thing that made us smile this week, because if you missed our last episode, we're going to start off every episode by talking about something that happened during the week that made us smile.
Yay.
So Noelle, go first.
Okay, mine is the cookout that me and my good friend Sarah hosted last night. A few days ago, we were just like, the weather's getting nicer, so we need to have a park hang. So we just invited a bunch of people, made really good food, and it ended up being so much fun. We were in McCarran Park, just a super fun park in Brooklyn. And a bunch of people showed up, and it was just good vibes. I laughed a lot. Great to see some friends I haven't seen in a while, and ate some hot dogs. I freaking love hot dogs, man.
Me too. They're controversial, but I love a good hot dog.
You know, I didn't like them for a long time, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And just in the past couple of years, I've decided I like them again.
Yeah.
Not only do I like them again, I love them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have always been a hot dog person, like over a burger, like growing up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm so much hot dog over a burger now, but you know, like when you're a kid and like people are grilling and they're like, do you want a hamburger or a hot dog? I always choose a hot dog. I'm just never a burger person. I love a good burger every now and then, but yeah, I love hot dogs.
Yeah. Okay. What was your thing that made you smile?
So I have a little story.
Wait, what is it?
So when I was on the way to work last weekend, I had to take like a long route to work because the trains were down. Because it was the weekend and the trains in Brooklyn always get kind of messed up.
It's true.
And I was going to Manhattan. But so I had to take the long route, and I got on like a different train than I usually get on. And I sit down next to this woman who has like this really fluffy chihuahua in her lap. And I don't think anything of it because I'm just like, yeah, you see dogs on the train all the time. Like, and I look over and this dog is just like so eager to jump into my lap. So I started like petting her, and then this dog jumps into my lap, and literally for, I don't know, 3 stops was like cuddling me. And so I looked at the owner and I was like, what's her name? And she was like, Fifi. And I found that crazy because Fifi was the name of my aunt and uncle's dog when I was growing up. Fifi is no longer with us, but when I was like 3 to 5 years old, maybe, but I always had like this really special bond with Fifi from what I remember. Like,
this is kind of crazy.
I know. I don't know. From what I remember, I loved Fifi. I had a picture of Fifi like in my room when I was little, like just one of those dogs that I felt connected to. And this dog's name was Fifi. So I was
crazy.
like, is it Fifi reincarnated?
Honestly, maybe.
Like this
Fifi
dog was
reincarnated.
so cute.
Wow, that's so cute.
I know.
I love that.
I love dogs.
I love dogs too.
Makes me miss my dog from home.
Makes me miss my dog
that
in heaven
just passed.
But it's okay. Anyways. We also need to talk about our drink.
Our drink. We did not introduce our drink. It's not that exciting today.
It's not.
We have a cup of tea.
And it is blood orange tea from Trader Joe's.
Yes. I like this tea.
Is it too hot to
It might be too hot.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
Yeah. So our drink won't be an alcoholic beverage every time. not trying to drink on a Monday every week.
Yeah.
But sometimes for the fun episodes, we'll have a little drinky drink.
The older I get, the more I realize how alcohol affects me in the smallest ways.
My wrist pain gets worse when I drink, which is probably why it was hurting today. I have wrist pain. It's random. The doctors don't know what it is. We're figuring it out. But every time I drink, my wrist really hurts more. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, inflammation and dehydration
Literally.
it'll cause that. So
Yeah, drink safely, kids.
or your wrist might get inflamed.
Or your wrist might get inflamed. Seriously. Okay, should we talk about our topic?
Yes.
Moving to a new city. So we're going to start by each sharing our moving stories because Pete and I both did not grow up in New York City. We moved here a few years ago. So I moved here 3.5 years ago and you moved here like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, more than 2.5, almost 3 now.
Yeah, wow, crazy. But I'll go ahead and share my story first.
Yeah, you go.
Thanks. So Pete and I both graduated college back in 2020. A great time to graduate. It was COVID. So we missed like the last 3 months of our senior year pretty much. We did it online. And so we're both actors and singers, performers, artists, if you will, who have always had plans to move to New York City. So my plan was always graduate college, move to New York City. But because of the pandemic, that did not happen. So I lived at home for 1.5 years in Greensboro, North Carolina. I stayed home, saved some money, lived with my parents. And then I moved to New York City in October of 2021. So after 1.5 years. So I've lived in multiple different locations. I started off subletting. I was subletting around before I moved into this apartment. The transition was very rough for me. Quite honestly, I think I got very comfortable at home in Greensboro, living with my parents. Life was easy. And I do struggle with generalized anxiety disorder, which I'll definitely talk way more about in future episodes. But it really flared up super bad when I moved here. I was very mentally unwell for a few months. The transition was not easy for me. But now that I've been here for a few years, life is a sleigh. That's kind of my moving story.
So while Noelle was living here in subletting and all those different places, I was still living in Michigan at the time. So I didn't move for an entire year after she did. And I think we had decided to live together at that point. So you were kind of figuring stuff out and waiting for me to come down so we could like get an apartment together. You were here for so long without your own space, really.
Yeah.
So it must have felt really good to
Yes.
settle down.
It did.
In a way.
I loved it for a while. It was really great. Highly recommend it. I got to know New York City, kind of figure out where I wanted to live. Like I definitely did not need to be signing a lease when I first moved. But after a while, it really got to the point where I was like, I would like my own space. Like I'm sleeping in someone else's bed. Their decorations are all over the room. It didn't feel like my own. So after subletting for about 9 months, we finally started the apartment hunt and then found this spot.
And it was a miracle.
A miracle. It was really nice to be able to tour in person, which is why subletting is also great. So we were going to a bunch of different apartments, touring. Some of them, I'm so glad we toured in person because they were heck no's.
Yeah.
Like there were a couple that seemed good online. And then when we went there, we both just got a bad feeling at one of them.
Yeah, because it's not just the apartment itself, too. It's like the area as well.
But yeah, also, should we talk about why we got this apartment?
Yes, it's a cute little story.
So we toured this apartment and we applied. We were competing with these two girls. But we actually ended up getting the apartment because the landlord found out that the two of us are best friends. And they liked that. They were
Yeah.
like, we like when people who are already good friends move in together. Mm-hmm. And so we got the apartment because of our friendship.
Yeah, which is really cute.
Yeah. No, literally.
So we moved in. The rest is history because we've lived here ever since. I feel like people in New York pick up and move more often, you know, like nothing feels too permanent here. But I don't know. We were doing our search with the intention of we want to live here for like 2 or 3 years, but I think it's going to be 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we definitely knew we wanted to be here for a longer period of time.
We wanted to try to make it a home as much as possible.
And we really have.
I really think we have too.
It's home.
I know. It'll be sad to leave one day. Okay.
The adjustment period.
Oh, yes.
Literally just like learning a new city is so weird. Like little things I didn't know. For example, Trader Joe's in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's big. It's spacious. You go in, you have your cart, plenty of room to walk. Trader Joe's in New York City, depending on the Trader Joe's, but most of them are freaking crazy town.
Oh my gosh. It's like the craziest place on earth. Seriously, depending on what time you go. You have to like know which ones, you know, you like, which ones are least crazy, which ones are close enough to the train that you need to get to.
Exactly.
Because we don't even go to the Williamsburg Trader Joe's, which is the closest Trader Joe's to us, because there's no train by that Trader Joe's. And if you're trying to take the train with heavy bags of groceries, you need to go to a train or a Trader Joe's or a grocery store that's by your train.
Yeah.
So it's just like weird how everything...
Like the Trader Joe's we go to is technically further away from the closest one to us, but it's way easier to carry our bags.
Yeah. And what I do now is I just go to the Trader Joe's by my work places because I like to go grocery shopping when I'm already out because everything in New York City is an event.
That is one thing I did not really realize until I lived here. Everything is an event because it takes a long time to get from place to place here.
It does.
Like having friends far away, for example, one of my besties, Blaine, love you, Blaine. They live in the Upper West Side and it takes me like 50 minutes to get there.
Yeah. I work up there. So I do that commute.
Oh yeah.
Monday through Friday, baby.
Sorry, buddy.
But I don't mind it. I usually am going to the school.
True.
Which is a little lower. But then my commute home is a full 45, 50 minutes. But I feel like, I don't know, it never feels long when you're doing it.
Because you're just kind of sitting there playing on your phone for the most part.
Yeah. Or like
reading.
I've been trying to optimize my commute time because I do spend so much time on the train. I'm like, this is a full 2 hours of my life.
Yeah.
Plus, if I'm going grocery shopping or if I'm working my second job, lots of time on the train. So I try to read or listen to a podcast or
be productive.
But not always. I have to listen to like what my brain wants. Sometimes I want to sit there and like look at nothing, you know?
Yeah.
But
I've been doing a lot of sitting and looking at nothing recently.
Yeah, a lot. I honestly do that a lot too. Because it can be very like, you have to be alert too. Like it can be overstimulating. Sometimes I just want to like look in front of me, know what's happening around me when it's crowded. Like,
yeah,
I can't always sit and take my book out.
Yeah, I think other things that were big adjustments for us, especially being away from our families, which we're very lucky and privileged to even have that be a hardship for us because, you know, there's so many people that just like want to get away from their families. But so Pete and I are both very close with our parents. We both have a sister. Yes. Lily and Nan. Love them. And so especially I think being at home during that time before moving here too made it even harder to leave.
Yeah. It was a unique, you know, time graduating in the 2020 because I lived away from home for 4 years during college. I went to school in North Carolina. I'm from Michigan. So I definitely was like used to being away from home. But of course, it's not the same when you're in college. Like you're still going home for holidays. I mean, you do that now too, but your home base is still there. But yeah, kind of having everything pause and living at home for an extra 2 years made it even harder to leave.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. And I grew up 30 minutes outside of where I went to college.
Yeah.
So, and my mom teaches there too. Okay. But that's not the reason why I got in.
No, it's not. She's talented.
It's because I'm talented. Just kidding. Well, not kidding, I guess, but I don't know. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, it was a big change for me. This was my first time really leaving North Carolina. I mean, I studied abroad for a semester, so that was awesome, but that wasn't like a permanent move, you know? So I just felt like I was off having fun for 4 months, living my best life, and then went back to North Carolina. But this was the first time that I was ever like, goodbye family, moving to a different state.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything that like helped you through that transition, or was it just
therapy?
Yeah.
Therapy. I think I am also lucky because I already had a good group of friends up here too.
That was huge for me too.
Yeah. So we're definitely lucky with that. A lot of people don't have that experience. I think just being actors, like, you know, we literally went to theater school. Most of the people in our program are going to end up going to New York City. So
almost all of my best friends lived here by the time I was moving.
Yeah.
So like, honestly, that was probably a huge part of what made my first year. Like, I don't think my first year was my hardest year. Like, I think I was so ready at the point I moved because I came so much later than everyone else. Not that it wasn't hard or like sad to leave, but my transition felt like nothing. I don't know.
Yeah. That's so nice.
Other than the fact of like figuring out my jobs and figuring out my life, but like emotionally, I think I was just ready and happy. But I think that's all to do with the fact that all of my friends were here. Like, I think moving to a new city when you don't know anyone is a whole other ball game that I cannot speak to, because meeting new people as an adult is so hard.
It's really hard.
Maybe I don't try hard enough, but like, I definitely know it's possible. It's just not, it's the first time you're not put in situations with people that are just like handed over to you, basically. Like, you're not in school anymore, so you have to kind of, you know, you have your coworkers, I guess, but
yeah,
that's not always, you don't always vibe with your coworkers. You never know.
It's true. Meeting new people is hard. I've been wanting to join a run club recently.
Yes, you have.
I like don't really, I used to run. I would run no more than 3 miles, which to some people,
a lot. I don't run at all, so.
Okay, valid. I would have some runners out there who would just, but you know, perspective. Dude.
Well, perspective. Yes. You should tell him.
Shut up.
I'm kidding.
Like, no, I know. Like, I guess to some people that's a lot. To some people that's not a lot. But anyways, I've been trying to think of ways to meet new friends because I don't have coworkers literally in any of my jobs right now.
That's crazy. I've never like thought about that. You don't have coworkers.
No, I don't have coworkers. Like, I don't work at Lululemon anymore. And we'll talk about our jobs on another podcast for sure too, our current jobs. But yeah, I don't have coworkers. So I'm just kind of like, like, I would love to like, I miss having a work crush. This is so unrelated to what we're talking about. But like, you know, like, I don't work with anyone really.
Yeah, that's got to be. I mean, luckily you have a flourishing social life though, because
I'm very
have
lucky.
Lots of friends here, from high school and college and whatever.
Yeah.
But that would be so isolating if you didn't. You know what I mean?
That would be very, very isolating. I think you have to really put yourself out there in a new city. There are clubs you can join. You can go take classes. I took a sketch comedy class a few months ago. which makes sense for me because I'm an actor. I'm a funny girl. I'm a comedy girl. But there were a lot of other people in the class too that weren't pursuing it as a career and were just like doing it for fun, like literally taking improv classes, taking workout classes. There's different ways to find communities that aren't just at work.
There are definitely ways for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you have to put in the work to do
You
do
do.
it. Like it doesn't really always fall into your lap. I think I have made some friends at work, and that's
You really have.
that's been like, but that was like put in front. Like I didn't go seek that out, you know?
Yeah.
It just so happened that I got along with a couple of my coworkers and like we'll hang out outside of work and stuff. But other than that, I don't know. You really have to join clubs.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll happen. But yeah, that's a huge part of moving to a new place is like your people.
Also, New York City, public transit, I grew up driving. So, like, I was a big driver. All of high school and college, I had me car, which actually died while Pete and I were on the highway together once. God. And that was the end of Bertha.
What a story.
Yeah, that was actually crazy. It just died on the highway.
We were on the highway and it just stalled, which is literally terrifying. Oh, and to add to the story, so she picked me up from the airport. I was visiting her in North Carolina. We're driving down the highway. Dee-dee-doo-doo, very happy. Like, oh my God, my best friend. Haven't seen each other in a while. And then the car just stops. And thank God you're able to pull off kind of to the shoulder, to the side.
Yeah.
But I was freaked the fuck out. So I was like, we need to get out of this car because if someone hits us, like, I don't know.
Because all the cars were zooming.
So we got out and we're standing on the side of the road now. And it's pouring rain. Pouring. And no one was stopping to help us. We didn't know what to do. We were stranded on the side of the road, pouring rain. Like when I say pouring rain,
we were soaking
wet.
That's what she said.
And no one was stopping to help us. We called 911. They like didn't come. And then
literally no one wanted to help us
until like I feel like after how long we were standing there for a long time.
Wait, why didn't 911 come?
I don't know. They didn't take us seriously. But some woman ended up stopping and was like, "Are you girls okay? Like, I have 2 daughters." And I was just thinking of them, like, on the side of the road. Like, and I think she was trying to help us. And at that point, I don't know how we ended up getting home.
Hallie Ferrier drove us home.
Oh, my God. We had a friend who ended up coming to pick us up. Mm-hmm. Wow. I forgot about that till just now. I had no idea how we had gotten back.
Yeah.
And what happened to your car? It just got towed?
It got towed and... Rest in peace. God. And then that was it. Then
that was a crazy story.
That was the end of my car.
Oh my God. And that car was iconic. She had it all throughout college. But like the funny thing was there were always like these random ass things in your car. Like you had her cup holder in the front was filled with purple glitter from God knows what. And it just was never like
I never
it was
cleaned
just
it
always
out.
There. And then you had a hand or something like a Halloween hand, a fake hand,
scary Halloween hand in there.
And like, why do I remember like teacups or something?
I might have had teacups. I don't know.
I remember some sort of china.
No, my car was like so scary. I was so messy in college. I'm still like, I've gotten so much better.
You have gotten so much better. Living with you, I can attest.
Yeah. Thank you. Like I'm not perfect. I don't make my bed every day. Like I get clutter sometimes. Like I'll have clutter around, but I do a good job at like taking the time to clean it. In college, I was the messiest. It was like embarrassing.
Nothing like your room in college.
Like it was scary. And my car was like that as well. I had a costume from when I played Cinderella, in Cinderella, the musical, my senior year of high school. I had a costume from that in the trunk of my car until the day it died. Like it was just in there for like years. I had like a costume from Cinderella.
You were just collecting things in there.
No, literally. It was like terrifying.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's besides the point. I was used to driving so much, and then moving here, I do not drive in New York City. No, thank you. And so learning all of the subways was challenging for me at first, which is weird because now it feels so easy, but I was so scared of not even being on the subway. I know a lot of people are scared of, like, scary things happening to them on the subway. I was just scared of going to the wrong places and getting on the wrong trains and, like, didn't know where to go. Thank God for Google Maps.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's very intimidating.
Yeah.
But once you understand that you can plug anything into Google Maps and it tells you exactly what train to take, how to get there.
Literally exactly.
Then you just naturally start learning everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of the driving, though, I can't say the same because I don't have a driver's license.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I never drove, not in Michigan, not in college. I know it's kind of crazy. It's very normal for people in New York who like grew up here to not have a driver's license. But that was not the case for me.
Yeah.
So I was very excited to come here and be able to fucking get places like without getting a ride from someone. Like in college, it was fine because I feel like you're on campus a lot. I could get myself places. We had like a bus that would run from like off campus to campus because I did live off campus, but junior and senior year, but it really wasn't like that far off campus. And I had friends who like, I don't know, we had the same schedules and we lived in the same like apartment building. So
I would drive you a lot.
But you would drive me a lot. I was used to finding rides from people. But like, I think living in Michigan though, like going back during COVID, that was a little rough. And thank God my parents, I don't know how they dealt with me like needing to be driven everywhere, but like they would drive me to work.
Dude, that's so cute though.
I know. And but it's kind of like, I started to learn to embrace it because I used to be embarrassed of it. But like, then I just started to embrace it. Like, yeah, I don't drive, whatever. That doesn't mean anything about me as a human.
No.
I think I just I took driver's training. So it's not like I don't know how to drive a car. Like I technically do. I just never took my road test and never got my license. And I think I don't know. I got really like anxious in the car and I just became really scared of driving. And I think I built it up in my head to being like, I don't know. I dug myself in a hole with it. So I just never ended up getting it. And then I went away to school and that was kind of normal to not have a car. So it was fine. But yeah, moving here and then feeling like I could get anywhere I wanted without having to rely on anyone or wonder how I'm getting home or getting there, like was a game changer for me.
That's another nice thing. Also, like, not drinking and driving is not really a thing here. I mean, maybe it is, but I haven't experienced that as in, well, I've never drink and drive also, but like people just Uber or take the subway.
There's always an Uber. Like you don't have to worry about there being no Ubers, taxis.
I love hailing a taxi.
You can take the bus. Like there's a lot of options. Yeah. And then walking is such a thing here. I say it's in walking distance if it's maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or under.
Okay, if you're moving to New York City, that's something to get ready for.
Oh, yeah.
You will walk and walk and and now it just feels like normal. Like it's just, I'm so used to it. But I remember moving here and being like, damn,
yeah,
I'm walking. And every time people visit, like my parents are always like talking about how much they're walking and stuff and like other visitors. And I'm just like, this feels like normal.
Yeah. My feet took a big like hit when I got here because of all the walking. Plus I had a job where I was like on my feet for long hours. So I had to get Hokas and they literally saved my feet. They're the best, most supportive shoes. And I don't even wear them anymore. But I've been talking about how my feet have been hurting again because I'm not wearing I'm wearing like loafers that have no like support or like sneakers that aren't like cushioned enough. And I probably need to be better about that, but I'm like, I don't want to wear Hoka's every day.
Yeah, if you're moving to a walking city, get good shoes.
Yeah.
I got plantar fasciitis too from wearing just like shoes that aren't supportive all day every day, because sometimes you want to look cute, but you know what? Sometimes not having plantar fasciitis is more important than looking cute.
Yeah.
I stay wearing my Hoka's nowadays. Luckily, I have jobs where I don't look weird. I mean, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter what you look like.
I don't think Hoka's are ugly. Like, I think they're cute for what they are.
Yeah.
But
like,
gotta change it up sometimes.
Exactly. But yeah, wearing them, like my plantar fasciitis has gotten so much better since wearing comfy sneakers again, and comfy cute sneakers too. I love my New Balances. Just really think about, you need some good shoes, and you're going to be going through them too. Like,
oh my God.
I go through shoes.
My shoes break. Yeah. Like every 6 months I'm like buying a new pair of good shoes, like good shoes.
Yeah.
Like my New Balances or like, yeah.
Mine are so messed up now.
Yep. You walk so much, they get so dirty, and the soles will just like start to break.
Literally, yeah. And the inside of the heel starts to peel off. Yeah. So that's something else I had to learn. Like, I have never thought about shoes so much since moving to New York City. I mean, like, no, actually, I never thought about shoes until moving here. Like, I would buy shoes because I thought they were cute, but never just like, I need new shoes because my shoes are breaking and hurting my feet because I'm walking in them all day, every day.
Yeah.
So be prepared for that. You're going to need some shoes.
Yeah. And I guess it depends on what you do. I think we both have more active jobs. Like,
that's true.
I'm working or walking a lot while I'm nannying, taking the kids from place to place to another place. Like, maybe it's not the case for everyone. Like, if you live right by a train and then your office is right next to a train, maybe you're not walking a ton.
True.
But I feel like there's always times when you end up walking in New York.
Yeah, there's
more than
so
you
much
want
walking. Yeah. So that was a big adjustment
Yeah.
for me, walking so much. Like, I feel like I would just get so tired at the end of the day too. You're just like, it takes you forever to get place to place. I feel like we're making New York sound not fun. It's amazing. I also love it here.
It's so, like, there's no place like it. Like, there's just very specific things that you'll deal with here. But then there's also just great things that I love about it.
It's so nice too. I highly recommend moving to a new city when you're young, just to experience it even for a little bit. Like, because I had only really experienced North Carolina besides my study abroad semester. But like, moving here has taught me so much. I feel like I've grown a lot, become more independent in so many ways. I mean, you have to. It's like it's adulthood times 10, because not only you're not just like turning into an adult in the city that you already know so well and grew up in. It's like you're graduating college, becoming financially stable if you weren't already, getting an apartment, doing all of these things that you would do in the town, in any normal town. But when you're moving to a new city, you're doing it all and learning the area and making new friends, and just like there's so much to figure out when you move. Like, literally so much. Everything is different. It feels like
it forces you to really just do it on your own.
But it's a big growing experience.
Definitely. Like, yeah, I don't know. Thinking back to like 3 years ago when I first moved, like, there was so much I hadn't experienced, and you just learn a lot about yourself, and maybe
For sure.
you move and you learn about what you don't want, you know? Like, maybe it's not what you had hoped, and you're getting closer to understanding what it is you do want in your life.
Yeah.
And like, you go through phases in your life too. Like, I don't know. People always ask, like, do you see yourself in New York, like, long term?
People always ask that.
Yeah. And it's like, yes, but I'm really, when it comes to that, I'm very much like living in the present, because I really don't,
I am
No, like
too.
I
don't
love
know.
New York. I could see myself staying here. I don't see myself leaving anytime soon.
No.
But like long term, I could see myself staying here. I could also see myself leaving maybe. The only thing is I have no idea where I would go. Like I don't feel like there's any place specifically calling my name, but I can see myself getting like tired. I'm not near that at all right now, but I could see that for myself. Like I could.
I think that's another thing when you're career driven as well, because you and I are both very career driven. Like I was going to move to New York because it's where you go if you want to pursue a musical theater acting career. I mean, LA is an option as well, but not really for musical theater. That's just for TV film. And I feel like a lot of career driven people will apply to jobs and move to a new city based on where they get a job. So that's also a thing for us. So I feel like that's why I don't really know where I'm going to be. It's like wherever my life takes me is where I will be. Exactly. But I'm not like, I want to live in this specific city one day. I mean, ideally, I have an apartment in New York City. I have a house in Colorado on top of a mountain. I have a beach house somewhere. But, you know.
Right. The best of all the worlds.
No, literally.
Yeah, I was going to say something.
Say it.
And I forgot.
Say it out
what
loud.
was.
I know what you are.
Fuck. What was I going to say?
I know what you are.
What?
A vampire.
Oh.
Do you remember that scene when she's like, I know what you are.
What?
From Twilight.
Oh.
He's like, say it. Say it out loud. So anytime I say it, I think of Edward Cullen being like, say it. Say it.
I haven't watched Twilight in so long. I used to love those movies though when I was younger, but I don't remember. Oh.
I'm getting so off track.
Okay. So speaking of like moving for your career, I also kind of always knew I was going to come here because of theater. Even though I wasn't fully sold on the city, like when I would come during college, and I always came like in the winter at the worst times, but I did not like it. I found it super overwhelming.
Yeah. I didn't like it either.
Yeah. And it started to grow on me once we were a little bit older. My friends started moving here. I kind of got to come and visit and live more like a local. Because obviously like visiting is so much different than living here. And I think New York specifically is a place where so many people say, oh, I love it there. I love the energy, but I could never live there. But it's like, you're not doing what you would do.
Exactly.
And I'm sure that's like any city. Like,
yeah, I think that's actually why I didn't like New York. Yeah, this is actually, how have we not brought this up? Neither of us really loved New York City. Yeah. We fully moved here for careers, which is opposite of a lot of people. A lot of people are like, New York City, best city in the world. I did not feel that way. I actually never visited New York throughout all of college, which is kind of crazy and insane since I went to musical theater school until senior year. January of senior year, right before COVID happened, I went to New York for the A1 auditions. It just these musical theater auditions.
I was with you.
You were with me.
We stayed in a hotel in like Midtown. So first mistake. I mean, the thing about New York is every part of it
is different.
Is so different.
Yeah.
From the other. And like you just have to find the part that you love and what works for you. Midtown is where I spent a lot of time when I, would come for auditions and stuff. And it's not a good representation of all of New York.
No.
It's very overwhelming. And I thought that's how the whole city was,
I thought that too. I remember I was having like a crisis, I felt like. When I visited here for that audition, I was like, my whole life, I have said I am moving to New York City to be an actor. And this is what I'm getting myself into. Like, I don't know if I can do this. The audition was so stressful. I was so anxious because there were so many theater kids everywhere.
I don't even remember the audition,
I remember it. I literally was so stressed out. And then even after that, we visited again for fun, like a year and a half later or whatever, right before I moved. And I still didn't really like it. But I think that's also because we had been drinking like all week. So I already just didn't feel good. Yeah. It was overwhelming. Yeah, I think the opposite. A lot of people are like, I love to visit New York, but I could never live there. I felt the opposite. I did not like visiting, but I like living here because when you're visiting, you're trying to do 8 trillion things at once, and it's such an overwhelming city. But when you live here, like, you have your bed at home. You don't have to go see the Empire State Building and then the Statue of Liberty and then go shopping in Soho and then try a bagel every day. Like, you can space it out.
Yeah. Like, when you're visiting, you're trying to, you're filling up your schedule with all of the things. And New York, I think, is inherently exhausting already. So just with all the walking, and depending on what season it is, sometimes it's really hot, and that's really hard with the transit and all of that. Sometimes it's really cold, and that's, there's a good sweet spot for New York. But just, it can be a lot living here. But then, like, once you live here, you kind of understand how to kind of unwind,
for sure,
how to balance everything. And then once I lived here is when I fell in love with it. And I really do love New York.
So if you're nervous to move to a new place, just know even if you don't love it at first, you could still fall in love with it. I do love New York City, even though a few months ago during the winter time, I was literally like, I don't like it here, I hate it here. As soon as the first sunny day happened, bam, I love New York City again. Yeah. So I think I just have really bad seasonal depression, as most New Yorkers do.
The winter can be really rough in New York because I feel like I said before, you're walking a lot. So you're outside a lot, and it's just hard. You don't think about the things like grocery shopping, for example. Like, oh my gosh, I have to go get groceries after work.
And you have to carry them.
And I have to walk in the cold and carry the heavy stuff. And I'm wearing my heavy coat. And I
look
the same every day because I'm wearing this one winter coat. It's the only warm coat that I have. It's just like...
Yeah.
New York in the winter is hard. The holidays are cute and beautiful and pretty. And then after that, I always say the stretch January through March is just... Oof. For me, and my birthday's during that time, and I still don't like it. Like, it's just very hard, but it really is worth it. Like, once it starts to warm up, it's like, oh my god, it's like magical. There's nothing like it.
So if you move to a new place, give it some time. Definitely. You might end up liking it more than you think. You don't really know a place until you've been there for a while. You think you know a place, but you don't. I still don't know all of New York City. I mean, it's huge. There's neighborhoods I still have not been to. Yeah. I'm sure.
So many things that I still want to do.
Yeah. The bucket list is never ending.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I think just making sure you're having fun too. Like, I feel like when I moved here, I had a little bit too much fun when I first moved here.
Yeah, same.
But like, going out, trying new restaurants, doing some sightseeing, museums, just doing stuff that also fills your soul. That's a great way to see a city too, not just like going to your new job and commuting and immediately feeling like you have to be a local. I love being a tourist in a new city. Like, I still do touristy things in New York City sometimes. Like, especially when people visit, it's fun to play tourist and like go to a famous restaurant, or go see sights. I think all of that stuff helps add the magic to moving to a new place, doing all the basic things. You have to do those things, and it's fun. Yeah,
there's still things that I have not done. I haven't seen this. I mean, I've seen the Statue of Liberty from a distance, but I haven't done the tour. I did the Empire State Building. I haven't done. What have I not done? There's another big thing that I haven't done. Center?
Gone to the top.
I did the Empire State. I haven't done the 9/11 memorial, which I would love to see, which is kind of crazy that I haven't.
That is crazy.
It's just when you live here, it is hard to find the time to go do the big touristy things. Yeah. Or you just don't think to do it. But one thing that I love so much about New York and about where I work, Central Park is not overrated.
No, it's not. I guess I love it.
Some people would call it that is a lot of tourists go to Central Park because, of course. But that is something that I do literally almost every day because I work kind of around that area. I mean, Central Park is huge, but it's so nice to go there, and it's not overrated at all.
No, definitely finding nature anywhere is so nice. Parks. An oasis. Yes, it's good to find that. I remember when I lived near Central Park, I would go every single day.
It's
One
beautiful.
of my sublets was near there. I went every day, every morning. And it just helped, especially like, yeah, I mentioned this before, but my transition period, like transitioning into the city from Greensboro, was so hard and awful. I was having panic attacks every single day, and my anxiety was just so bad and scary. It was awful, but that's one thing that brought me peace. Every day I was like, I'm just gonna go to Central Park and I'm gonna take a walk and breathe in air.
Yeah.
And I did that every day, and it was helpful. It didn't cure me. Prozac cured me, but it was very helpful to do that, and just to like, you know, take my mind off things. I think nature's so important.
Yeah.
Like finding
agreed.
a tree in the city you live in. Just go find some trees and look at them.
As humans, we're built for nature. Like we're supposed to be in it.
Which is so ironic as we're talking about New York City too, because it's all building.
Yeah, but there are places like you just have
Yes.
to find the places. Like today, we went to the beach.
We did.
You know?
New York City has beach, y'all. Well, everybody. Time to wrap this episode up. So, I hope you all enjoyed listening to us talk a bit about our experiences moving to a new city. It's definitely different for everyone. But hopefully this could give you some insight, especially if you are just recently graduated or are younger in your 20s, don't really have life figured out yet, and are taking that big leap. It can be scary, but you'll get through it.
Yes, and that's basically what we're taking home today.
Yes. Take it home.
If you are thinking about it, do it, but do it smartly.
Yes. Save money.
Know what you're getting into. Do your research. Save money. It's a big one. But do it. You know it. I know it sometimes feels impossible. I knew that I had to do it for my career and for my life and for myself. But I had
And for yourself.
For yourself. It doesn't have to be for your career. But I had no idea what I was going to do. But you know what? When you take the steps, you figure it out. You do because you figure it out because you have to. You find a job because you have to pay your rent. You find an apartment because you need to find a place to live. It all, and it might not be perfect at first. Nothing is permanent.
Yeah. I think fear holds a lot of people back, especially when moving to a new place. Don't let fear hold you back. If you're scared, what if I don't like a new city? Then you don't like it.
Yeah.
And then you go back to wherever. That's one mindset that I had when I first moved here. I knew I wasn't going to move back to North Carolina, but I was always like, North Carolina still exists. If I do not like it here, I'll go back.
Yeah.
So I think just taking the leap and knowing you can go somewhere else after. It's not permanent.
But you'll never know if you never try.
True.
And I love this saying, if you feel called to a certain city or a certain place, it's because there's something there waiting for you. And I believe that. Like, if something's calling your name, there's a reason. And you need to go answer to that.
Yeah.
And I know it's easier said than done, but you can do it.
I agree.
I believe in you.
And another thing to take home, know that struggling and having a difficult transition period after moving is normal. So many people struggle when they first move to a new city. I did so bad, and now I love my life. So sometimes you just have to get through it. If it's because you genuinely don't like the place, that's okay. Just give it some time for you to really know. But it might just be because you're struggling. You haven't found your way yet. So give it some time and just take care of yourself, you know?
Definitely. I think there's two aspects to it, right? There's the city itself, how the city makes you feel. And then there's also your life within the city.
True.
And, you know, you got to make sure, you got to find, if you're struggling, what that piece is that needs to be adjusted. Because it might not be the city you're in. It might be your job. It might be the area you're in. It might be you haven't found, you know, your friends or your people. So I think just, it's like a puzzle, and it takes a while to put it together sometimes. So it's just finding all those pieces and knowing that things are gonna shift also, and nothing is permanent. You can always move somewhere else. You can always leave. You can, but you've got to try things.
Alrighty. Well, thank you all for tuning in to Take It Home. We are releasing a new episode every single Thursday. Subscribe, follow us on our socials at Take It Home Pod.
Yes.
And please DM us if you have anything you want us to talk about, any questions. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
See you next week
for our next episode.
Woo.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.